Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Demon Berserker. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the harder finale stages of the game, the Sound of Thunder. And I'll be providing you guys with some of the more helpful tips and tricks that I was able to come up with to increase your odds of success in completing this mission. So right out the gate, preparation is a major key to having an easier time with this board. Number 1, you'll want to equip as much use speed enhancing cards that you can. There is no cap on use speed, so the more you can get, the better off you'll be. Having more use speed increases how fast you can load and fire off each cannon blast. The sooner you can fire off all the shots, the sooner you can win with less chance of wiping or having someone in the group going down. Also, by getting finished quickly, you can sometimes avoid the Ogre before it climbs into the map, which will save you a lot of headache and hardship, as the Ogre can be a tough obstacle to deal with. If you have to deal with the Ogre, having some weak spot damage can help to bring him down quicker. And there's also a Jeep that you can hop into that has a minigun on the back, which deals significant damage and can bring him down relatively fast as well. Number 2, razor wire prep can also play a key part to help bolster defenses around the cannon by slowing and controlling the pace of zombies rushing the player who is firing the cannon. Upgrades can help a lot to raise our chances as well. Make sure to buy as many upgrades as you can leading up to and during this final board. Make sure to look out for all utility slots and utility upgrades to increase the rarity of your razor wires and how many you can hold. Each upgrade increases how much area the wires can cover and increases the slow inflicted upon the zombies. Remember, you can also drop your razor wires for another player if needed, for say a Tala, because if Tala lays them, she can actually kill the zombies by proccing her bleed ability. Number 3, grenades can also play an impactful role in success. Like with razor wire, be on the lookout for offensive upgrades and slots along the way to increase how many we can carry, as well as for things like firecrackers and pipe bombs can also increase the duration of how long they distract the enemies for. Even bait jars, which are typically not the most useful, can actually really come in handy for when the Ogre spawns in. One good, well-directed throw against the Ogre will have the Horde turning on itself by redirecting all normal zombies to focus instead on the boss, and can actually last for quite a significant amount of time as well. Number 4, prepping the cannon correctly. This one seems like a no-brainer, but I cannot count how many times I've played this board and people go right in and start it without getting set up properly first. So as the difficulty increases, so too does the amount of cannon shells that need to be fired off to achieve victory. This means that we want as many shells as humanly possible to be close or near the cannon, so that they can be loaded and fired in quick succession without having to run far off and pull one from far away, which becomes much more difficult once the Horde and Specials begin their onslaught. The most optimal way to maximize our shells is to grab them from the back of this truck, which is the only box with infinite shell ammo. Then we can carry them and lay them close to where we'll be loading the cannon. You can have a maximum of 5 of them on the ground at any one time. Any more dropped will just despawn the others. I also like to lay them vertically against the railing or against these boxes over here. That way they are nearby, but have just a small distance safety net. That way, in case a lumbering special explodes on the cannon, they won't just go flying everywhere. Sometimes if they're too close, they can actually clip underneath the ground by the cannon as well, so just be careful. Aside from the 5 on the ground, we can also have a shell preloaded into the cannon as well, waiting to be fired, bringing our total up to 6. Then there's always a guaranteed box right next to the cannon with an additional shell, making our nearby total now 7. This is why you must absolutely, no matter what, never touch this missile, as once it is disturbed and taken out of the box, it now becomes part of the 5 that you can place on the ground, hurting and diminishing our nearby missiles by 1. And sometimes on the harder difficulties, you're just that 1 missile away from winning. So by all means, leave this missile in the box, and only take it out at the very end when all other nearby missiles have been fired. Also, at any time, if it looks like there will not be enough, other players can also help carry over additional missiles to drop by the cannon for the player with the most use speed to quickly load and continue firing. Tip number 5, seal off mine entrances. After a few missiles have been fired, there are 3 possible mine entrances that open up and unleash more zombies upon you with more advantageous angles, like from behind or beside you. One thing I like to do is utilize the propane canisters and gas cans from around the map by leaving one nearby to each of the entrances of the mines. That way, once one is determined to be opened, you can quickly grab the canister and throw it into the tunnel and blast it, caving in the mine and stopping the flow of zombies from coming out and flanking you and your party. The more zombies spawning in from farther away from us, the better off we will be and the easier it is to focus on where they're coming from. Tip number 6. Last up, you can switch to offline mode to make it easier. This is mostly just a backup plan and last resort only, but if you reach this finale online and we're not able to beat it, one thing that you can do if you're the host of the run is leave the game. Also making sure to use a Hell Can Wait card if necessary to add a continue, because leaving will actually count as a loss. But then if you switch to offline, you can continue your run, and on single player you will be required to load significantly less shells into the cannon to win. Also, you can leave game as much as you want in offline mode, and it will not count as a loss if you are quick enough and leave before the death registers with the game, effectively giving you infinite tries at completing this board. So hopefully these tips helped anyone who was stuck on this board or was trying to complete it on Nightmare to unlock some ZWAT outfits. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on my latest videos. Thank you to everyone who made it to the end. I love you all so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.